I'm Brian.
And I'm Buffalo Lou.
And Deb is behind the camera today. We're going to look at these two beautiful bottles from Bourbon Together. Lou gifted me this one, and we're going to try them both today.
Well, Lou received it from a Daryl in the group who was willing to part with a bottle because Brian didn't get one, and we're going to give it a little taste today.
Yeah, it was very kind of you. Yeah. It was very nice.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Stick around and find out our thoughts on these bottles. Okay, we're back. We're going to pour it up. Lou said he already drank a whole bottle of this. I don't know.
There's maybe a third of it down at most.
All right.
What's the proof on that?
You know I'm pouring. Look at this. She does this. How am I supposed to know? She's going to interrupt me. You're not even on camera.
It is a barrel strength.
All right.
They both are.
Show the cool sticker.
Let's... I'm going to kill you. Okay. It is 60.2, so 120.4. That looks like a 60. She's just messing this up.
Aren't those people behind the camera supposed to stay behind the camera?
That's why I brought the thing. I want to try it.
All right. And we have our bourbon school, Glen.
Hey, Brian.
All right.
Hey, Marianne.
Okay, I'll talk about it real quick. I already mentioned the proof. It's a 4-year age bottle, and we got a wicked sticker on it. I love stickers. And I think I hid the mash bill, so we're not going to talk about it. If I find it later, I'll just throw it up on the text. All right. So, Buffalo Lou, you might have seen him in the comments on our videos.
A few.
Yeah. Or on Majorxero's video, because Majorxero interviewed him while he was at Old Dominick.
In Memphis, yes.
That's cool.
But as far as us meeting, I'm gonna go in for a sip real quick here.
How long have we known you now, Lou?
Oh gosh.
Has it been a year already?
No, gosh, no. I've
Feels like we
barely
know
been
forever.
drinking bourbon a year.
Oh yeah, you're new to it. Wow.
Oh my gosh,
Lou's got quite the collection for being new.
that is so good.
It's good.
I think he was in our Facebook group,
Correct.
maybe watching our videos. I don't know.
Definitely watching the videos. Cinnamon.
I think bringing it into Herman's at Midnight Liquors for a pick.
Yep, you guys invited me on a pick. In fact, that's exactly what you invited me for a pick, and
We just can't remember which one.
I still think it was the
I
Savage and
think
Cook.
you might be right.
I do,
You might be right.
because that was a pretty tasty one. And then we went on 1911.
1911, yeah, and that was a good one, good experience.
That was awesome.
Yeah, go in for another sip though. This is really nice.
It's a nice cinnamon. A lot of people are describing it as a
Hot tamale?
hot tamale, but I've never had one, so I wouldn't.
Well, now you have. That's good.
But it's nice and sweet up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that hot tamale or cinnamon. It's not like Amburana cinnamon. No. So
It's delicate.
Lou hates Amburana. So
It's
yes.
it's just too much for me.
Yeah.
This is just a nice light cinnamon, enhanced but not flavored.
Right.
Yeah. I can see how this could be crushable.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's good.
Once it opens up a little bit, like I said, I had to hide my bottle because it would be gone by now.
Maybe you should have somebody in the house hide it from you so you don't go through it.
Well, it's out of sight, out of mind.
So let's talk about this though, because I passed on this in the group. I have their Detling pick. I have their striped pig pick.
Both delicious.
And the Jeptha Creed. But I passed on this because I got the Ohio exclusive pick. And I'm like, I got a Watershed. And, So then I was kind of regretting it because everyone. So can you tell us briefly how you came about it?
This bottle specifically?
This bottle specifically.
So one of the members of the group, his order was lost. So they replaced his order. UPS took care of it. lo and behold, his order shows up. Weeks later, it just appeared. So and they told him to keep it. So he has had 2 extra bottles, and he did one of the like races or whatever to get rid of one of the bottles. He donated it, and when I put my name in, I said, "Look, I already have a bottle. I don't need it, but I know someone, you guys, who didn't get one and would love to have one." And he private messaged me. That's Daryl, and said, "Hey, what's the story?" I explained to him, and he said, "It's yours."
Oh, wow.
So,
That's very nice. Thank you, Daryl.
Yeah, it was a totally awesome moment. And then I mentioned we're going to be reviewing it, so we'll have to send him a link.
Oh, yeah, sure. That was really good.
Yeah.
So
It's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Worth buying.
So I'm curious. Like I'm getting the cinnamon.
Got some serious legs.
I know, and the mouthfeel is really good, and the finish is nice, and that cinnamon lasts. But besides cinnamon, though, see, sometimes I have a tough time, especially when I'm drinking, and I get the back of the palate, and then I go in too quick. I can't taste what's on the front of the palate if the back was too dominant. I'm gonna take a little sip of water, but besides the cinnamon, what are we getting on the front? I'm curious.
I get, more toward the mid palate, some definite vanilla, caramel.
Anybody getting any oak?
No,
A slight amount. It's not an oak heavy pour, which I kind of like, because it's a little
right.
different. And one of the things about the group, the Bourbon Together group, is they like to go for picks that are a little different, something out of the ordinary, which definitely fits the bill.
I don't want something I can buy every day. That's something different.
Exactly, and that's what they go for. And
Where are they out of?
Well, they aren't of anywhere. The group is a nationwide group. The 2 gentlemen that run it, Caleb and Chris. Caleb is from Mississippi, and Chris is in Florida.
Okay.
Tallahassee, I believe. In fact, he just hurricane narrowly missed him.
Yeah.
So, but they're all right. Everyone's cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're great, and they don't mark anything up. Everything is...
Your shipping's fair.
Yes, but per the law, all picks, have to go through a distributor and through a retailer. So they're using one in Texas now. I forget their name, but they ship to all but 4 states, which is great, so that most of the members can receive it. They have 1 to 12 bottles, flat rate shipping, as Brian knows, which is great, $20. Which is why we go in on so many together.
Makes sense.
Yeah, save on the shipping.
Oh, I hate to pay shipping. You figure you take a $70 bottle.
Well, right, but even if you're buying 2 bottles, it's only $10 a bottle. So it's very fair. Very fair.
When you buy 10 bottles,
you got it.
Better. $2. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Yeah, we'll stop at Watershed, Brian, on our travels.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Herman to... I'm like, we can go. It's just,
I'm getting a light brown sugar on the front palate. Not a dark brown. It's a little bit lighter. But it's definitely there.
I'm good. That's definitely worth it. What would you rate this one?
Hold on. I'm finagling here.
Yeah, him and his numbers, Lou.
Oh, he's a math guy.
All right. I don't know. I had it. I bumped it up a little bit, So I'm gonna let you go first. Do you have a rating in there from on a scale of up to 10? Did you just finish mine?
There's hardly any in there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Oh, nice.
I think it's absolutely delicious. It is crushable. I have the advantage of knowing from my bottle how this opens up in a week or 2, 3, and it is absolutely delicious.
Okay.
The palate definitely grows. Even the nose. It's very tasty.
Okay. I'm at an 8.
Yeah, me too.
So, and if you watch us, an 8 is good for us. Okay. We're gonna move on to the Jeptha Creed. All right. Before we get into that Jeptha Creed pick, you know what you got to do? You got to smash that button, right? You got to smash that like button. You got to subscribe for notifications, and you have to
ring that bell
for notifications.
You did good, Lou.
Really looking forward to this pour. The color is absolutely gorgeous.
So you did not open this yet.
I have not. No, I just got it this morning from you.
It could have been half the bottle gone already. I don't know.
No, I was busy bourbon hunting after we met.
Okay, where'd you go?
I didn't see that. I went to work first.
Oh, you have to work.
I got to pay for the bourbon somehow.
Yeah, I know.
Went to work, and then I stopped up at Gate Circle.
Oh, did they have any left?
Yeah. They had the
makers.
the makers, and they had the Balcones rye pick, which is absolutely
How many makers did
delicious.
they have left?
There was 6 or 7, I think. I think it was 7. No, there's 4.
Yeah, Kevin wanted one. Got it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's nice. So.
I'm just going to read this. This is Toasted Char 3. The barrel entry was 119.5. Exit was 117.46. This is Warehouse C. I think the mash bill is 4 years, 7 months. It's a 4-grain bourbon. And Bloody Butcher corn, 70%. Malted, everything's malted after that. Malted rye, 15%. Malted wheat, 10%. And malted barley, 5%. And this has a sticker too.
Boy, that tastes a lot different than it smells.
Oh boy. I don't know what that means.
Oh, the nose is opening up. So this has been this is, in fact, we may have cracked it, but you just popped it seconds ago. So
Yeah.
it really hasn't had a chance to breathe.
So we
Wow.
I think
Uh-oh.
that, with that sticker with the bakery, I think they were saying that it tastes a lot like baked goods. And wait till you try it.
is it going to taste like baked goods?
Yeah, like bread or something. It's different.
Okay.
It's definitely bready.
Yeah, it's totally different than what I nosed.
What was the wheat on that again?
A lot of malt. I didn't get a lot of malt.
10. It's only 10%.
So when we do this, actually, this idea happened before we were in Bourbon Together. We were buying a pick from the Judge and Stuff and Whiskey, Rob Walker and I, and we were buying their Sagamore pick. And he's like, well, why don't we, like us two, buy it? And then, it's flat rate shipping, save on it. And I'm like, why don't we just get like a bunch of people? So that's what we do now. Bourbon Together has flat rate shipping, and we get enough people. We're paying like $2 in shipping per bottle, so that works out nice like that.
That is absolutely
Then
delicious.
we make everybody come over here to pick it up and drink with us and get a picture. That's different.
Oh, I like it.
I think I like the Candyland better, but this is good.
Oh no, I think I like this one better.
Does it
This is
taste
more
like
complex.
bread or something?
This has got a different level of weirdness here that
Almost
We would have to
like
turn-
a Danish.
turn the camera off and sit and analyze it instead of being on camera.
I know.
This is one of the ones you could sit with for an hour or longer and pull a lot out of it.
Right up front, you get it. What's the proof on that? 119?
117 maybe?
117.46.
Damn you.
It's pretty good. It doesn't taste like
It doesn't. It doesn't burn like 117, but it's got the flavor and of all of that.
That's very interesting.
That's really good.
It is. To me, it tastes a lot. I'm getting like a cinnamon Danish with the frosting, glazing, whatever you call it.
The nose is good.
What was the cost on this bottle?
Um,
You just give
What after tax and shipping, the breakdown, and I rounded it up to the nearest buck. What did I say? It was 81?
Yes, 81
81 maybe, yeah.
with tax and shipping.
Yeah.
So I think it was around $69 or something.
Yeah.
What's the can?
Well, no, it was coming in the mid to high 70s.
Oh, mid to high.
Yeah, yeah.
79. Sorry,
Yeah,
79. That's 79. I believe it's right around the same. Most of their picks are most. So far.
Definitely doable.
Oh, absolutely. And at that price, 2 bottles is very affordable, and it helps on the shipping.
Brian was all excited when the UPS man came with the big box. Ooh, we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. Got wait for the UPS man. But you got to sign,
Oh, I know.
Some have to sign, some don't.
This is interesting.
Yeah, that is. Now the color looks different in the bottle than it does in your glass.
The color on the bottle is gorgeous.
That's just a nice bottle.
I don't know. No one can ever see the legs.
I have a nice picture I took. When you post the video, I'll pop it up in there if you can.
You know, we don't have that bottle is unique because we don't have anything else in here. No, like all bottles you see them repeated, you know. That's a nice bottle.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Definite sweetness. Again, a little bit of oak now starting to come through. A nice oak, a sweet oak.
I get a lot of that malt.
Yes.
but this is like crazy textured, and you got one of these. What is that? A Celtic knot?
Yeah,
a Celtic knot down there, and yeah, it's all.
Are they Irish?
I have no idea.
I mean, Jeptha sounds like a Gaelic kind of name.
It completely fills the palate. It's just mouth coating. It's really delicious.
So you said you were new to bourbon.
Correct.
And before that, you were I'm going to say a wine connoisseur. Were you a sommelier or anything?
No,
or did you have any kind of official title?
No.
No.
I hesitate to use wine.
But you have thousands. Well.
Yes, thousands of bottles.
Thousands of bottles of
How
wine.
do you make the transition between wine and bourbon?
So, I've been drinking wine for 40 years plus. I started at 18 years old. I loved wine. And a number of years ago, I also started dabbling in craft beer. Not IPAs, they're not my thing. I'm not into the big bitter, slap you in the face kind of thing. But I do like big beers like porters, stouts, things like that. And Alex, my son, though many of you have met him, he was into bourbon. He came home from school, and it was the usual thing in the house between my wife, Alex, and I to, I just poured this, try it, that kind of thing. And we would try it. And the joke around the house was Alex would pour some bourbon, hand it to me, and it's like, oh, it tastes like really good Canadian whiskey. I didn't know. I didn't have a palate for it. I didn't know. So a year ago in August, we went to Virginia Beach, and it was our last night there. And again, he has bourbon. I've been sipping it here and there. And we're at a restaurant, finished with dinner, and I said, you know what? There's a band playing outside. Let's go grab a drink and we'll go outside. And I'm looking at the menu, and there's this thing written on there. I keep seeing it everywhere, but I have no idea what it is. And I'm not a whiskey drinker. An old fashioned. So I asked the bartender to, what is this thing? And she explained to me what it was. I said, you know what? Give me that thing. It sounds good. I got to try it. So she goes through the whole procedure. She's got the sugar cube and the orange and then the cherry, and she's muddling it all with the bitters, and just a beautiful presentation. And she makes it, and she gives me the glass. And I'm a wine drinker, so the first thing I do is I'm smelling this, like, oh my gosh, it's just delicious. The nose, it's sweet like candy, and I take a sip, and it was an epiphany in a glass. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I have ever drank. And it was supposed to be Maker's 46. They were out to just use regular Makers. Excuse me. So we came home from vacation. I went out. I bought Makers. I bought bitters. I went and bought all the ingredients. That was it. It was like bourbon. Yeah, I think we've consumed 2 or 3 bottles in the past year of wine. That's it. I don't drink it anymore. I have all this wine. I don't drink it because every bottle of wine I drink is a missed opportunity to drink more bourbon.
Well, it's unusual for Alex to do that at his age. I mean, it's usually a little bit of...
Not really. There's a lot of these young people, especially guys, that are into it. When we went to Memphis, the old Dominick, there was 4 guys that were all in their 20s. Nice. So, yeah, it's crazy how many young men are into it. I'm not saying there aren't young ladies as well, but, it seems like the young guys are really into it in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, we were jealous. We would have loved to have done that. That looked like a lot of fun.
Old Dominick was a blast.
Yeah. How many people were involved in that?
About 40.
They had a party bus?
We had a party bus. Yeah, it was kind of nice because we met at the hotel. Party bus left the hotel at 10:30 in the morning. Brought us to a local liquor store, Buster's East. It was brand new. They shut the store down for us for 2 hours. We did all the tastings of all their store picks. They have a lot of store picks. And
who ran this? What outfit?
Ran what? The event?
Yeah.
Bourbon Together.
Oh, okay.
Caleb was the lead guy on it. And then we went to from Buster's East to Buster's, then back to the hotel, and then everything was in walking distance in Memphis. So we went to Old Dominick Distillery. We did the tour. It was awesome. Then the pick. Then we went to dinner at a restaurant called Rendezvous. Awesome Memphis barbecue. It was amazing. And then we went back to the hotel where the Atticas had a suite, and we did a huge bottle share. It was just outrageous. There was so much bourbon. It was crazy.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a blast. And then we met a lot of really great people. There's one thing to do it on Facebook or whatever, but it's a whole different thing meeting people face to face and sharing. It was awesome. Like you said, Deb, bourbon is sharing, and that's exactly what it was. It was awesome.
We would have went, but like the school year just started.
Oh, sure.
So me taking off from work right away would be not cool.
Like some too.
Oh yeah.
Well, Memphis right up your alley because you guys are all into music and everything. So it's a great music venue place too.
Okay, so that's how I roll. It's my autism, ADHD, whatever I got going on here.
You're just hyper.
You're done. Okay.
He's not hyper. You ever walk with him?
Maybe I'm going so fast you just don't know. I like this. I'm not sure which one I like better. I do know, and this is not to slight either of these two, that the other two picks, that I have, I like better than these two.
Which are what?
The Detling, which I think is just
delicious.
Like orgasmic. And did you have the straight pig? You got?
I do. I received a sample from Caleb, and then I was able to. Someone had an extra bottle, and I was able to purchase it, and it is very good. Also,
that was the cancer one, right?
That was the Detling.
Yeah,
but that's the other one. Straight pig in that one.
So I like both of these. I want to see how they open up.
Yeah.
Not saying that these are bad, obviously. I'm just saying I like the other two.
Oh, you're saying which is better?
I like the other two better.
Or
scallop, right? Steak.
I have to line all four of them up.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've had the straight pig, and the Detling is one of my favorites.
Right.
This is absolutely delicious. I mean, they're all good.
I'm keep pouring here.
I see that.
Lou doesn't want any. Lou's got his own bottle at home.
Lou does.
I think out of the two, I think I like the Candyland better.
At first I like this one better, and now I'm thinking I might. When I rate them, though, Lou,
I'm kind of shocked for me because that Candyland is so good. Like I said, I hid my bottle because I will crush that thing. It's going to be a really nasty morning the next day if I do. It is absolutely delicious. And I cannot get over how good this bottle is. It is different, very different. Yeah. It's like drinking a pastry to me. It's
amazing how you can take bourbon. Same thing goes in every bourbon, and how different things are. The barrels and everything.
I want to see how this opens up now that we got it down to the shoulder, and we should just do one more thing. From Ben from the Bourbon Note doesn't believe in the neck pour. But we were talking one time about wine, right?
Okay, yes.
We can go real brief.
It has to do with oxidation. The bottle, everything's contained in the bottle, and especially in wine, it's been sitting there for so long, and it gets shut down. Is the term they use in wine. When you pour it, it has nothing to do with the neck. It has everything to do with the surface area of the exposed liquid. Once you get past the shoulder, there's more surface area, and more oxygen can come in contact and oxidize or interact with the liquid, whether it be wine or bourbon or whatever the liquid happens to be.
Is that why wine, when they give you that big decanter?
That's exactly how a decanter works. It's all about surface area. And Riedel makes one with the thing is this big. It has an enormous amount of surface area, and that's what it's all about. The more surface area, the quicker it will oxidize, the quicker it will open up. That's one of the things we do is we'll open up a bottle, either pour some into a little 2-ounce thing, or just take a little taster each, and then put it aside for 2, 3, 4 weeks.
So, but what a lot of people, and what he's saying is, it's in the barrel. The barrel already has room for oxygen in there.
Right.
Like it's been exposed to it. How could possibly this?
Because it's no longer exposed. So it shuts. Like I said, it shuts down.
Right.
It shuts down.
Right.
Well, we've noticed. We've opened up things that we weren't crazy about.
It's certainly more apparent, in my opinion, with wine. Wine, because on a fresh crack pop with wine, it can be totally shut down, and give it 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes 60 minutes in a decanter, and it's a totally different beast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why a lot of times, like a red wine, you'll open it up and let it breathe for a while.
Absolutely. And temperature has a lot to do with it too.
Okay.
Whether it be wine or bourbon, when they're cold, they're more shut down. When you start warming them up, not too warm, but they start warming them up, those esters start coming out, and there's more to the nose.
So right now, our bourbon's probably more flavorful since it's not like a cooler down here.
I think it's perfect temperature.
Yeah, but in the winter it might be. So going to the rating, I'm giving it the same. Now, just because I'm giving it the same doesn't mean I'm giving it an 8. On this one, I like the finish in the back of the palate more. And on this one, I like the nose in the front of the palate more. This one seemed a little thinner to me on the palate. This one had a good nose. So, I mean, there's different characteristics.
Right, you're balancing them out.
Right, they're both an 8, and once they open up, who knows how that'll affect
To come back to it.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, as much as I like the Candyland, I'm going to use that as my reference point. As soon as I gave that an 8.5, I'm going to have to give this an 8.7. It is better, and I think it's going to get better still as it opens up. I think it's just a really good pour.
See, to me, finish matters like a lot. So the finish on the Candyland, that sucker stays around. You're getting that cinnamon a lot.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm still getting this.
Yeah, but the finish isn't as strong, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like the other one was more prevalent for me.
Maybe because the other one's more of that hot tamale, which is a little bit more.
But I mean, they each have their different points that we.
Well, and you have your palate, and I have my palate. We're all different. It's.
I have zero palate.
Right.
No, thanks.
All right. So I think we're
Boxy Twins done.
We're gonna wrap it up. I don't see. Well, we do have in a couple weeks the Attica lottery. We got picks 18 and 21. We're hoping to get something good. He put some good bottles up there.
Tell them how it works. It's an interesting lottery.
I'm confused. How does it work?
Well, most people go to a lottery and you pull a number and they call your number. Here, you get a number where you're going to stand in line.
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter if you're first in line.
So
today, today, right?
Yeah,
because what they did is they took a bag, like a Blanton's bag, had a bunch of I call them Scrabble chips, basically, with numbers on instead of letters, and you just reached in and you grabbed a number. And it doesn't matter where you are. I was the third one to pick a chip, and I got number 66, which is not a good number. My son, Alex, was one of the last ones in line and got number 8.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's a fair playing field.
Right. Everything's equal. I think it's a very fair way of doing it. I think it's great.
And we got 18 and 21. So we might be going there with some bottles to offer up because, he's got really nice stuff available. And even if we didn't, we'd get something nice at 18 and 21. Oh, yeah. But we really want that. The Weller single barrel. But, they got a couple Old Fitz 8, Old Fitz 10. There's some bottles.
Stuff.
It might slip, but I doubt it. It might slip to 5 or 6, but it's not going to slip to 18.
Well, we can coerce people.
Strong arm.
Bring some cash.
What? You're going to buy that Blanton's at 1? Nah. That ain't happening.
Well, it was a good day. It was a lot of fun anyway.
Yeah.
Just talking to everybody and getting together with everybody. It's a nice day.
Yeah. But the bourbon community is an awesome community.
Oh, look at all the new friends we made since doing this. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
All right.
Except him.
Yeah, I know. I'm stuck with him.
You're stuck with him.
I'm stuck with him. He's a keeper.
We're going to terminate this video. All right. Leave a comment below if you bought any bottles from bourbon groups on Facebook, or if you've had Jeptha Creed or Watershed.
Put the Watershed back up there.
Thanks for sharing. We're going to have to do that again. Maybe I had one too many Jeptha Creeds here.
Hey, anyone in the Buffalo area, this Watershed's in Columbus is just a short 5-hour drive. You get Watershed and you get Midwest Distillery, literally 2 miles apart from each other. It's a nice trip. It's an easy trip. You can make a nice day trip.
Now that we're going to be leaving earlier to head out there, I think that's definitely going to be doable.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Hey, cheers.
And
cheers.
Lou, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Lou.
And thank you, Daryl.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Daryl.
Okay.